Hi friends, it's Liz here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I wanted to make a little project with you guys and I hope you can join me. Lately, I've been playing with some of the printables that I have from Making and Creating with Digital Collage Club. I've been making so many goodies, but I thought maybe I would take you through a process of using up some of my stash, because as you can see, I have plenty of printed papers, and these are all from Making and Creating with Digital Collage Club. I thought I would start to put together another reference journal / ideas journal. If you are not familiar with that, I will put some videos in the video description, and you can kind of see other ones that I have made in the past. Basically, it's a journal or a book that you put together with ideas of how you want to decorate a journal page. And this is more for, I would say, for decorative purposes than anything else. I never really plan to journal in those. I love to just make them as reference. To go back, maybe I need something for a separate page. But I decided I would start filming what I'm doing, and I'll be chatting along the way. Hopefully you can join me, and maybe this will give you some ideas on some things that you can start making yourself, if it's something that you've always thought about but haven't done. I wanted this one to be super easy, okay? So the way I started thinking about it is I have been working with just pages and printables that I have. Now, you can use whatever you have. You don't need to use printables, but I happen to have a lot from Making and Creating with Digital Collage Club, and I thought I would just start putting them together and making something that I think will be fun. And I also think that this might be just what I needed to do right now, but I need to do a quick project and I don't know, where I want to go with it. So I will have discount codes on the linked in the video description for Making and Creating with Digital Collage Club. These are if you are interested in joining their club, either annually or lifetime, you have a discount for that. And they have, just oodles and oodles and oodles of printables if it's something that you want to do. And so let me get started. I'm going to be working on some of the pages that I mentioned, and these are just some of the things that I have made in the past, pockets, embellishments, ephemera, and I just gathered them together because I wanted to show you how I'm going to be putting this one together. So I think for my background, I'm going to start with these Vintage Receipts pages. It's one of their kits, and I absolutely love that kit. So the idea is that I'll be making pages that that you can attach easily. Okay, so I've just printed out 2 of the pages from that kit. I think they will make fabulous backgrounds. I've pulled out some items that I have made, some ephemera that I have made in the past. There's some what I call pretty pockets, and just random tags and floating pockets and that sort of thing. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, so this one in particular is also using one of their kits, and I think this one came from, I will put it on the screen. Whatever I don't remember, I will pop it on the screen, and as always, if you have any questions, leave them below and I'll try and get back to you. So while I put something together, I guess I'll just chat. What I did is I just printed, as I said, the pages in 8.5 by 11 sheet. And all I'm doing right now with these ones is folding them in half, okay? Because they are going to make my page or pages for my little ideas journal. And then I'll show you some more pages as I go, what I plan to do and how I plan to attach them together. So I'm going to also get a piece of cardstock because that's what I want to go in the center. And this is where you get to use, anything you have on hand. So I have cardstock in different colors. What I want to do is cut a piece that fits in between my folded sheet, and then that's going to give me a page that's a little bit stronger. So I'll just cut that out. Okay, so I cut my piece of this cardstock, and this is great for you to use any extra supplies that you have. You don't necessarily need cardstock. You can always use, I've used cereal boxes for some of the pages. I've used just so many different things. So anyways, I'm just going to add some glue. And you know, this is also a great way to use maybe cardstock that you wouldn't use often. Now, of course, you could print this onto cardstock already, but I know not many of you have printers that could possibly have, that you could possibly print your cardstock onto it. If you do, then that makes it easier. But I wanted to show you this just in case you didn't, that you can make something quick and easy, and you know, use up some of your goodies that you have. And of course, this is the paper that I've selected for this particular page. If it bothers you that it's like, you know, this color and it might show through on the edges, then you can always distress it. But this for me is it's a reference journal that I want to look nice, but doesn't necessarily need to be, you know, too perfect at this point. So I can just finish off tidying it up later. I'm just going to do that here, or else it's going to bug me. So I hope you're all well. As I said, while I'm creating and crafting, I just wanted to chat a little bit. We have recently found out that our postal services are on strike. And of course, that makes it so difficult for, you know, everyone at this point, especially small businesses, to know what's going to happen going forward, because a lot of small businesses that I know can't afford to use a courier service, and or maybe there isn't one that they like. So at this point, I've also had to put things in my shop on hold because I don't know when it will resume and when we will be able to start shipping things and receiving things again, which is just so difficult. But yeah, it's something that I guess we have to deal with at this point. I had already made this pocket, I believe, a tutorial for it. I will link it below if you wanted to see how I made it. But I like the contrast of this color, like just the neutral tones with a little bit of, you know, color on top of it. And I'm also liking the fact that I can use a thicker embellishment because the pages are going to be attached in such a way that it won't be an issue. So right now I'm trying to figure out, I think I'm going to put it on this side, and I'll let you know in a minute why I'm doing it this way. So because I had made this, yes, I had made this in a video, I believe. If I haven't, I will link the video where I have like 5 or 6 different these types of pockets that I have made and showed you how to make. I will link that below as well, but if not, I'll come back and show you this one. I've made so many videos, you guys, I don't remember half the time what I've shown you and I haven't shown you, so it's kind of hard. But anyways, this one I remember, I think I showed you, because it has like, so it's got, let me just show you what it is. It has a pocket here, 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 and also a nice large one there. So it really depends on how you attach this. And now I'm wondering if that's the one I want to use. Let me think on that. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to add this one right now. So all I'm doing here is because I really like pockets that open up, like there's just like an L kind of, I'll show you what I mean. If I glue it just on 2 sides, then I can attach something a little bit easier in on the side pocket, instead of it being too tight a fit. Like if I were to glue here, I could just fit something there. because I've only glued it on the two sides, then it could be something larger, like this, right? Okay, so as I said, this is one side of my page that has many pockets that I can attach more ephemera into, and things like that. And then now that I think about it, this flower is going to get in the way when I glue my next part, but that's okay. So now on this side, I want to do another pocket. I'll get back to you in a sec. Okay, and for this side of the pocket, or the page, I'm going to use this design, which again, I showed you in that video that I mentioned, and I will link that below. I show you how to make these different pockets. Now this one, I think I'm just going to glue totally down, because I don't need to have, or maybe, sorry, I hope I'm still on screen. If not, I'll show you what I'm doing in a second, or what I've done. I just added glue to the three sides, I should say. And then I'm going to attach it here so that I can still maybe get an additional spot there to add things into. So then we've got pockets, another one, a larger one, and then the one in the back. And you can see then how with one pocket or one page, we have many different areas to tuck things into, which I think is going to be so fun. So yeah, as I mentioned, I've shown you how to make many of these pockets already, which I will link that below. And maybe as I work on another one, I think these are the floating pockets that I showed you last time, so they may not necessarily work for the page, but I really like the way these look so far. And like I said, I love the pages in this kit, which I will put on the screen, because they're so neutral that you could add anything to it. So if you wanted to add some color, I've added color here with this particular, I think it's from a coaster kit they have, and I enlarged the flowers. I think that's what this one is from. But you can see just how nice it's going to be put together. So I'll show you other pages. And now I've used other papers for my pages, but I've been making some pages. And so what I'm going to be doing is attaching them. Oh, and now I realized I kind of did a boo-boo on this one, but that's okay. So the idea is that I'm going to be attaching these pages by punching 2 holes, but I think this one still works if I were to do it like this. So let me just show you what I am thinking is going to happen. And as I said, you guys, I hope you're all well. I'm taking it a little slow because I'm still recovering from COVID. It feels like it's taking forever to get through this one, even though it didn't feel as bad as the first time I had it years ago. But when I did the test, because I wanted to make sure what I have, right now you can confuse everything with a cold or just a regular flu, but with COVID, because people can catch it so quickly as well, you don't want to you know, be getting your loved one sick. So I check to make sure. Yeah, see, that works. So I can still put all my pockets in there. Yeah, I'm still recovering. I'm still trying to get myself a little bit better, taking it easy. And when I have moments of inspiration, I want to come on and share something with you guys. So I hope you found this quick page idea. I'll be making more pages to, again, make my ideas journal. And it will just have lots of different ideas on the pockets. And I think maybe I'll show you one more. So what I'm going to do with this one again is just, you know, reinforce it with something in between the folded pages, and then I'll be back and show you another idea. Okay, so this one, I think what I'm going to do is just do something really easy and simple. You don't need to make anything else for this side of the page, and it's actually going to take care of 2 pages at once. Just going to finish gluing this here. I hope you guys had a chance to check out my last few videos. I actually started doing a creative journal. I did a flip through. I'm going to start using that a little bit more, and I think it's just going to be so fun to show you guys how I'm using it. Okay, so I have to decide. I think I want the finished edge on the outside, and then the part that I glued down more than anything on the inside, so that when I have my pages, it will be like this. Doesn't it look nice already just from what I've done here? I love it. Okay, so super easy peasy. This is a paper bag. This one happens to have a window, which I think is fabulous. Now, of course, you can use any paper bag you have. I'm going to cut off the end here because I think this is going to be so fun, you guys. Because, so this is on the inside, because I'm going to glue it down this way. And then, oh, I think I'm just going to fold it in half, or maybe in half. Now, usually, if you've added pages to your journals before, we usually add them like this. Okay, this is how I've added all my pages in the past. But because this is going to be ring bound, I think it makes more sense to add it this way. And then when I attach, so this particular side I will attach fully, and I'm using my wet glue here because I find that it adheres so much better and so much faster. I will have links to all my favorite supplies in the video description in case you're interested in any of my favorite supplies. And thank you so much for clicking on those links, you guys. Really appreciate it. It helps the channel, and it doesn't cost you anything extra to do that. Okay, so see how I've attached that there? So now we have a tuck here, and then on this side, this one I'm going to attach only 3 sides because I still want to be able to have access to the front pocket, which is already the paper bag, and then the little spot on the back. I'll show you what I mean. Tuck, tuck, and then this one just has 1 because I didn't want to mess too much with the back, and then maybe I can decorate the front there. So my friends, I hope you like this quick little project share. I will definitely be back very soon to show you more ideas on things that I will be adding to my ideas journal, reference journal. And as I said before, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I will link a video, a couple videos of my past reference ideas journals for you to check out. But this one I'll be making with you step by step. You know, different pages, different embellishments to the pages. We'll come back and decorate some of these as well. I will link the other tutorials below if you wanted to make some of those additional pages that I mentioned. So I'm just lining this up so I can punch my little holes here. And as always, questions, comments, leave them below. If you liked this video and you found something useful, don't forget to like the video because that lets YouTube know that you liked it, and it will let you see my channel again in the future. Otherwise, you might never see me again. Ooh. Okay, so anyways, my friends, as I said, I'm slowly getting myself back into it. Don't forget to check out the links to making and creating with Digital Collage Club, because I will be using a lot of probably their goodies, as I said, in this project going forward, because I have a lot to get through, and they're always updating their digitals every week. There's always something new. Check them out. Use that discount code. If you already have some of their goodies, pull them out. Maybe you can make something very similar to what I'm showing you, because you might already have most of these papers. Yeah, I hope you join me. Let me know if you liked it, for sure. I'll come back if you did. If I don't get a lot of interest in this type of video, then I'm not going to continue it. So I'll just come up with something else. But if you like it, don't forget to leave a comment, like the video, let me know. I love to read your comments, and I'll see you very soon. Thanks so much for stopping by.